Alright, this is True Patriot '09, and just want to do a quick review on a gun I picked up at the local pawn shop, a buddy of mine that owns it. And it's a Stoeger P350, so it's a turkey gun. When I bought it, he gave it to me for 200 bucks, so I got a heck of a deal on it. A couple things that I'd done to it. So when I got it, it was a turkey gun. Somebody tried to spray paint it, rattle can it, and it looked horrible. So I took all the paint off and I was going to just re-blue the gun. Once I realized that the guy whoever had it before me, once they did what they did to it, painting it, they had actually taken all the bluing off the metal. So I went through, lightly sanded, degreased, used the bluing and rust remover from whatever was left over, and then tried to re-blue it on a cold blue, and it absolutely would not take. So I had to redo it again. So I ended up sanding everything down, primer and everything, letting the primer dry. Then I went back over and used rattle can just to put something back over it. So I think it turned out fairly well. And it's got rim oil on it, which is why it looks so shiny right now. But so a couple of things that I did do is I put the extension tube on it right there. I had to do a few little modifications because that extension tube is for a Stoeger shotgun. But anyway, I had to cut some of the threading off here, which some of it's still visible, but this actually screwed on tight once I got rid of, excuse me, I didn't cut the threading. There was a gap in between the original that would go right here, which this will still fit, but it's not threaded, as you can kind of see. It's not threaded all the way down where this one is threaded all the way down. So I just took the bare spot that did not have threads, cut that out just in case this didn't work. I could always go back to using this. So once I did that and it actually fit, and it fits up snugly, of course the barrel and tube brace is here, which is going to give it a little bit more rigidity. And then it had the turkey choke in it, which is laying around here somewhere. Well, I got a cylinder choke for it. So the cylinder choke, that way I can shoot double alt buck and whatnot through it. So this takes 2 3/4, 3 and 3 1/2. Probably not going to be shooting any 3 1/2. Probably shoot a lot of bird load, maybe some slugs every once in a while, or double alt buck if I take it in the woods with me. But with the way everything's going now in society and just in the U.S., surprisingly, I didn't have an actual shotgun that I really enjoyed. It seems like every time I got one, I didn't really like it, so I'd get rid of it. This one I actually liked, and it was fun working on. Taking everything apart, cleaning everything, putting it back together. And I think this is going to be fine because this does nothing. It has nothing to do with any sort of firing, no firing pin. There's no pressure with the exception of just shells being put in here. It's a spring in here, and of course the follower up underneath here. So I don't think it's going to be an issue at all when it comes to actually feeding or anything like that. So the gun's not going to explode on me. But for 200 bucks, a couple cans of spray paint. This I think was like 60 bucks from Joe Bob's Outfitters. The Carlson choke, which is well, if I can grab it here. Carlson's choke, cylinder choke for 12 gauge, which is made for this gun. It does say Beretta Benelli, but Benelli I think bought out Stoeger, so that choke actually fit in it perfectly. Turned out good. I think it'll be something nice, sit in the gun safe, and then if need be, I can take it out and shoot some skeet or birds, or just go out and shoot some. Maybe take it in the woods, and then also it's possibly I could have something sitting beside of the bed just in case. So anyway, really nice gun. I'm glad I bought it. Glad it turned out the way that it did. So I'm getting ready to buy another gun tomorrow. I can't decide on a 243, 350 Legend, or a 308. So if you have any thoughts on that, just let me know. But anyway, Stoeger P350, few upgrades, paint job, and I think it turned out well. So I hope to get out to the range here before too long. It's been in the 90s and actually feels like around 100 to 102 for about the past 2 or 3 weeks. So it's just not even fun to go out and do anything. unless I'm fishing. But getting out on a hot range is not appealing to me right now. So anyway, this is True Patriot '09. Let's pray for our first responders, our military, their families. Let's pray for this country and the civil unrest. And just thank you for watching, and God bless you all. This is True Patriot '09.